Have you ever wondered why, as an adult child of an aging parent, would you ever need to know what possibly their top five concerns would be? And, that seems like kind of a crazy question. But, you know, our healthcare and our concerns of our parents is not something that they readily talk to us about. So today during Tuesday Tips, we're going to talk about what are the five most common concerns of aging adults, what that entails, and how you can help your aging parents actually start that conversation and start addressing some of these concerns. Because if they don't share their concerns with you, you can't help them or support them or help them find resources. So let's go ahead and get started. My name is Pam. I am one of your nurse advocates from Your Nurse Advocate Consulting. My partner Linda and I, we are in live in our community forum, our private Facebook group, Speaking Out in the Care of Aging Parents, where we talk about everything caring for aging parents. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So what exactly are the top five concerns? And the number one, as we probably could all agree on, is healthcare. They worry about finances. They worry about social isolation. You got to remember, the older they get, the smaller their social circle gets because their family and their friends and people around them begin to pass away. Housing, where are they going to live? Are they going to be able to stay in their home? Are they looking at assisted living? Are they worried about ending up in a nursing home? And the fifth thing is cognitive function. I think even myself, um, I guess I'm a beginning aging adult in my mid 60s, but I think we all think about you know the fear of getting dementia. So let's go ahead and break these down. Let's look at healthcare first. So, according to the Hartford, they said 60% of retirees name healthcare expenses as their top concerns. Fidelity Investments, they threw out this, I think, amazing figure. It's a staggering amount of money that an average 65-year-old couple can expect to spend over $285,000 on healthcare expenses throughout their retirement. And yeah, that's something to be worried about because that could be all or a good chunk of the money that you've been able to put away for those golden years. But it's not just about the money. They want to stay active, they want to stay healthy. That means they need to have the right kind of healthcare providers, healthcare professionals such as financial planners to help them navigate their finances, maybe an estate planning attorney to help sort out their estate, their home, property that they may have. And then there's also nurse advocates like ourselves that help with the advanced healthcare planning, such as these things that we're addressing today. So they can also help plan for the future so that your aging parents can make informed decisions about their healthcare and finances, and then make them known to their adult children, because that's one of the best ways they can avoid being a burden on their children, is to be able to have these decisions in place. So people, a lot of adult children are afraid to make the wrong decisions. And so by having these things sorted out, that only takes away some of that anxiety. So finances would be next. So this is another top concern for many aging adults. We worry about having enough money to live comfortably for the rest of our lives, as well as saving, enough for emergencies, such as maybe needing a long-term care, such as assisted living or a nursing home. Retirement planning can be very daunting. Again, this is where you would seek out a financial advisor, or a estate planning attorney to help with these informed decisions. The next thing that is on the list, the third thing, is a social isolation. And this has just skyrocketed since COVID, where we were discharging patients from the hospital into the nursing home, and they were having to quarantine not only in the facility without having visitors, but they had to quarantine in their room, isolated from everyone in the nursing home for a minimum of 14 days. So they'd have to eat alone. they'd have, unless they, had a roommate. But social isolation has really become a big issue over the last few years. And it's really important for them to stay connected to their communities, whatever they can do, if they're to assist them with transportation or checking out a local senior center in your area, places where they can meet people, play cards, games, just socialize. Because like I said before, the older they get, the smaller their social circle gets. The fourth one would be housing. Many people, ideally, all of us would love to live out our golden years in our home. And if that is what your aging parent wants, then just the discussion needs to be started as far as, well, how do we make that happen? What resources will we need? Are they willing to allow people to come into the home? Is there another family member that would take them in? Uh, Maybe would they consider assisted living? Can they afford that? What resources are available, and what are their financial resources that could accommodate their choice of living style in their golden years? So again, not that you can come up with all the answers, but it's very good to just start these conversations so that the planning process can begin. Finally, we're going to talk about cognitive function. Everyone is concerned. They don't want to get Alzheimer's. They don't want to get any form of dementia. And this is really, a top concern for aging adults. So according to the Alzheimer's Association, over 6 million Americans over the age of 65 have Alzheimer's disease. That's staggering. And if you've been dealt with a loved one with Alzheimer's disease, that is a heart-wrenching, heartbreaking, um, just a hard disease to watch a loved one go through, especially when they get to the stage where they're not recognizing family members. Maybe they're not recognizing their spouse. It becomes extremely difficult. There's many stages. There's many, people could have Alzheimer's for a few years, or they could have it for many years. It just depends on how the stages advance with every, particular individual. Requires just an exhaustive amount of resources to keep them safe. And sometimes the tough decision is needed to be made to, maybe they have to go to a memory care unit, or if they do want to stay at home for as long as safely possible, just what resources we need to put in place. So these are the top 5 concerns. I'm going to post some resources in the description of the video when I get that posted. So there'll be other resources for you to reach out along these lines. And we will see you back next Tuesday for Tuesday Tips. So I hope this has brought you some value, brought up some talking points that maybe we can begin the discussion with your aging parents. And we will see you back here soon. Take care.